Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Paradigm Woods and Irons from Callaway.
Hello and welcome into this special edition of Golf Central. I am Cara Banks, and today we witnessed the opening round of the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday. Of course, the annual event hosted by Jack Nicklaus, close to where he grew up in Columbus, Ohio. It is also the 11th designated event of this season, 11 of 17, and they always produce stellar fields, but still a lot of opportunity for some of those names atop the leaderboard, including Davis Riley, who has missed 4 straight cuts since breaking through with an inaugural victory on the PGA Tour at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans alongside his partner, Nick Hardy. Practically perfect today. Let's get his reaction. He leads the way.
You know, if you look at the stats, Davis, 9 of 14 fairways hit off the tee, 11 of 18 greens hit. It's not a superbly excellent statistical day, but on a good, tough golf course like today, how good were those stats?
Yeah, they're pretty good. You know, in the afternoon, this course firms up quite a bit, so hitting second shots on the greens was a lot harder. But yeah, I think, you know, I missed a couple fairways, and I had to pitch out on 17 and number 2, and I left myself with a wedge in the middle of the fairway and got those up and down. So those were kind of momentums, or, you know, holes that I kind of kept momentum on, and then I was able to make pars there. And like you said, when I felt like I was on the green, I had a good look, and I made some nice putts.
You get your first win on the PGA Tour. You were Nick Hardy, win the Zurich Classic earlier this year, but since then you haven't made a cut. This is a two-part question. What has happened since that win, and what changed today?
Yeah, you know, like you said, I feel like I was so eager to get that second one. After I feel like I hit a hard reset at the beginning of this week. You know, me and my caddy, James Edmondson, had a good talk, and I feel like I've been more and more, you know, eager to get there and kind of getting in my own way a little bit. So today I was like, look, I'm in a good spot. I've got to win. I'm good on the, you know, wherever. Got the 2-year exemption, good on the FedEx, can still control my own destiny. So I just tried to relax a little out there and just try to, you know, hit every shot to the best of my ability and add them up. And, you know, thankfully it was a good day, and had some nice shots that kind of kept the momentum going.
When you're playing a challenging golf course like this one that's going to get harder, it looks like, with the forecast, does that actually help temper those expectations a bit because par means everything? Yeah,
sure. I've always liked tougher golf courses. You know, I played pretty decent here last year, and it's a place I feel pretty comfortable on. And like you said, par's you know, especially heading into the weekend, par is going to be a good score, especially in the afternoon. The course is going to get firm, and it's going to play really tough.
We'll see you in the morning. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thanks, Todd.
So Davis sleeps on the lead. Jordan Spieth was tied for the lead playing the final hole, but suffered a closing bogey on 18, dropped him to 3 under, now 2 back, in fact. And after a day that saw him hit just 9 fairways and 8 greens, kind of remarkable how he scrambled his way to an opening 69. Let's get his reaction.
16, 17, 18 were the hardest courses, hardest holes. What makes those so difficult, especially today?
Well, 16 is just not a great hole in pretty much everyone's opinion that's playing today. So you're just trying to get a putter in your hand for 2. And it's 203 yards adjusted into the wind with a firm green that runs away from you on both sides and has one shelf that you can land it into. So it was nice to kind of have a putter in my hand there. 17, it got lengthened, so you hit it to the same spot. You just have to hit driver now. There's a driver 7-iron into that tiny green that, again, pitches away from you for the first half of it. So you just have to hit these, like, it requires a lot of imagination, and then you got to pull them off. You got to hit these, like, floating iron shots in places. And then 18's just it's always a beast. I don't think 18's much different, but 16 and 17 are as hard as harder than ever right now.
How much did Rory help you, basically, on 18?
Rory helped me on 18?
In terms of going first,
yeah. So I think he hit a 9-iron trying to just open the face and explode it out. And, you know, I was thinking about that, and I went to a wedge, and I was actually fortunate that I hit it at the bunker instead of up the center of the green because it wouldn't have gotten there. So I got a good break there for sure, having watched his and then but I didn't hit the right club either. I needed to open a 9. His lie looked worse, but it came out hot, and mine looked a lot better and came out very normal.
Kind of warmish.
Yeah, it's just the thing is, you know, if you just can't land it on, but if you land it short, it comes back 50 yards. You don't want to be there, especially in 2. I felt very fortunate to get in 5 on 18 today.
Jordan, if last week was sort of the worst of your chip or your bunker play, what did you find in the 3 days since then that you were able to do what you did today?
Yeah, I think I just got thrown off at the PGA. I had a lot of really really weird, difficult bunker shots there, and I think I just lost a little of my entry point. I had a lot of like plug lies. I had some like 30-yard ones from upslopes, and then Colonial's normally the best ones, and I just, I think I sent one too far once, and then I just bailed on a bunch. So I just needed to get in and work on it. It's the one part of the game I've worked the least on since I injured my wrist, because it's the one thing that hurts the most, was flicking a bunker shot over like that. And so we held off on that for a couple weeks, and then I put a lot of work in this week with it, and it felt fine, and it certainly yielded results today.
Not going to bother you every day the rest of your life, but a month after it hurt. How's it doing?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't notice it. It's random little things like pushing a door wrong or getting jammed. It's not bother out on the golf course at all. I just tape it up to make sure that it doesn't get any worse.
Jordan, just want to ask you about your day yesterday with Steph. Looked like a pretty special day out there. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, it was great. It was like the one Pro-Am that I wished I played 18 holes in. They went to the 9-9, and I was like, I'm having a lot of fun. Let's go to the back. But I play a lot with Jake, and I've played with Steph before, but I got out. They outstruck me significantly. I mean, they striped it. I was all over the map to start yesterday morning, and I was like, man, these guys are showing me up. They don't even play golf. So it was a blast. I mean, you see the influence that Steph has, in between the ropes. We're walking, and no one's even looking at me. They're all looking back for where Steph is. I'm like, all right, I'll just walk right through to the next tee. And just the influence he has on every generation. I mean, he's just done things the right way, and I'm such a massive fan of his that it's really cool to just spend time talking with him.
Jordan Spieth on playing with Steph Curry earlier this week, and good to hear the wrist is pretty much recovered. What about world number 2, who won this tournament in 2020, came close in 2021, likely would have defended if it wasn't for a positive COVID test. He got off to a decent start, 2 under par. He's 3 back through 18 holes, so let's hear from John.
Johnny, pleased with the opening round?
Yeah, I'm pleased with it. It's too bad I couldn't take advantage of the, let's say, easier conditions on the front 9. There was no wind, great temperature, perfect greens, and gave myself chances and couldn't convert a couple of them. If I had to say something to do better today, I think with a couple of the tee shots I hit, give myself better birdie looks on a couple of the par 5s. Besides that, I think it's a really good round of golf that if a couple putts drop, it could have been a really good one.
John, 2020 setup was really extreme because they were going to tear up the golf course. I was wondering if the conditions today equate in any way to 2020 as far as firmness of the course?
I think it's pretty similar to what it was on Thursday of 2020. It was a significant jump from Friday to Thursday, to Saturday. That was the biggest jump we saw. But yeah, fairways are firm, greens are firm. Obviously they didn't really care if they lost them. So towards the weekend they got a little bit out of hand. But yeah, quite good memories from that week. And even though it's for the most part a different golf course now, it's playing somewhat similar.
Well, we look forward to seeing how this strong field performs in the second round of the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday tomorrow. You can watch coverage on Golf Channel from 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and myself, Cara Banks, and Randall Chambly will wrap up the day for you after.